They stack to 20, not 50. What stacks to 20? To 50, not 20. Is it engines? In which case, I guess I'll limit it to that. There we go. Yeah, thank you. Very useful. Very useful to know. Right, so I'm going to want... couple of things going on here. Electronic parts and... iron. We'll go there. Iron will need to branch across. Should probably want to branch it across that far. Now that I've got I still want to use that one actually. But now that I've got underground belts that can reach that far, it makes sense to do that. Put that one down. There we go. So that's part one. Now I want steel and gears on this one. So gears on this side. If I just pop them there. Actually, if I do that, then I can have this branch across and up fairly easily. We will see what I can do here. I want to get the steel across first before I do anything else. But it shouldn't be too hard to get that to make its way through. It's gonna look better, I think, if I do it this way. And as we all know, aesthetics is more important than efficiency. Yes, I do realize that quite a few people in chat just now vomited a little bit in their mouth. You're welcome. Dark Aavak would not agree. Dark Aavak is not playing right now. But you're right. Dark Aavak would not agree. I caught a live Aavak stream. Finally! Hello, sir. Is that Shibi? I was gonna read it as Sir Shabby to begin with. I apologize. What is my brain doing? Alright, but there we go. I don't need to worry about this grabbing those items any faster because we're going to wait on the engines no matter what we do. I could run the engines a little bit further, I suppose, and bring in some more engines to that end. Is there a reason to do that, though? Yeah, I will, but I'm not going to have the engines be stored in a box on this side. Cool. Done. I don't believe there's anything for us to research right now, so... Okay. Now we just wait. That being said, actually, there is one more thing that we can do, and that is to set up electric mining drills, iron plate, gears, and electronic parts. We could definitely set them up on this side, I suppose. There's no real reason not to. Is there anyone that's already doing this? Technically, yes. Actually, yeah, kinda. Probably shouldn't do it this way. Probably breaking all kinds of laws. I'm gonna do it anyway. Doesn't like make thematic sense that I'm pulling it from here, but ah well. Nope, wrong thing. Yep. Probably help it out a little bit. Let's have a look. Yeah. There we go. All right, perfect. Trains go to mine things, so it makes perfect sense. You know what? I like where you're going with this because it makes me feel less dumb. I agree. Yes, we'll go with this. Aavak, can you show that middle chest automation again, please? Sure. So, the way this is working is it's checking to see if this is less than 10. Now it's 10, it stopped. Likewise, this can see that there's 10 of these in there, and since it'll only be enabled if it's less than 10, they've stopped. So this won't get overfull. Stop. This is the Factorio police. You are breaking the law. I see, below. I'm afraid the Factorio police are operating outside of their jurisdiction. They have no power here. I have awoken from my drug-induced slumber. Thankfully, I feel better, and I am glad you're still streaming. Hello, Barias. Now, it was the Factorio police. We would absolutely be in trouble. But Factorio police, no. There has been a decided lack of funk during this stream. Maybe I should go to sleep. It's 3 a.m. and my English is failing me. I'm in the club. I've got a dentist appointment tomorrow. In exactly 7 hours. I want to pop down some defenses over here. On there, and you know what? That's good enough. And in here, I would like a couple of these, and I will add those in as well, just because I can. And do I have spare radar? I do. Let's pop one of those down too. I got a tooth pulled this morning, so I was resting off the pain with ibuprofen and Benadryl. Heck of a combo. Wow, okay. Oh, bless you. Lady Sheilab has been... Oh, the pain meds she's been on after her wisdom tooth extraction have been messing with it. Not even particularly strong pain meds, just she's unused to taking pain meds. She doesn't have much need usually, so they've been throwing her for a loop. Now then, this is where we would like to set up our new mine. However, that would also involve lots of bad guys shooting at us. So I think it is probably wise if instead I pick up all of the bullets and I load them into my vehicle, like so. Some of them I will keep on me. And we are going to go and we're going to try and remove some of the problems. This one I'm fairly content. They're gonna cull themselves, but these two I'm a bit worried about. Could I even get over to you? I might be able to. Maybe I should. Maybe I should also worry about you. We're actually that pollution is spreading super fast. Ugh. Ugh. That's my official statement. Ugh. Ow. Don't take your eyes off where you're driving, chat. Never look at the mini-map while driving. Officially. Don't ever do it. Oh, those are some chonkier biters. I dislike that. That is a medium biter. Please kill all the bad guys. Thank you. I should put another one over here. And I will drop a load in there. Turret creep. The best kind of creep. Oh, you're just taking out the... Okay, I approve. Can we potentially... we probably could turret creep all the way to their base, but I don't think there's much reason to do that. I can just use the car instead. Actually, why don't I just do this? Don't. Should I try explosives? I'm not sure if they are particularly resistant or not. The worms really aren't. There we go. And now the rest is turret creep, I guess. If I really wanted to. And I think I do. Was I just throwing it on the ground? Oh, I was throwing it on the ground. That's annoying. I have to remember that. That is disgusting. Chat, sometimes I worry that we are the bad guy. Don't wish to alarm you, but I have my suspicions. Oh, there's still one of them alive. Kill it with bullets. We're good. A flag. This land now belongs to the Iron Chest Coalition. I guess I should go and deal with you. Okay, going around that way is going to be tricky. Is there any way I can get in there at all? Tricky, tricky, tricky. Oh, wow. That went very quickly. Job's a good one. I would like some more turrets, though. Some more aggressive turret creep would not go amiss. Am I? Oh, I'm not actually making turrets, am I? Never mind then. I guess I will make them on the fly. Gonna need some more bullets, though. How do you see the power consumption of a space platform? Asks Broke as a joke. Chat, if someone knows, because I haven't gotten that far yet, please do help. A dappling in need. Clearing out. You would remove potential problems, but I'm not too terribly worried. I think instead we're just going to go and deal with these scallywags over by my future iron mine. How dare they have lived where I intended to build a mine in the far future all of their lives. The scoundrels, basically squatting. Thank you. Were those spitters? They might have been, actually. Worrisome. Shouldn't those biters be glowing? Not sure that's how radiation works, but sure. What's the tea timer at? 45 minutes. Right. Now then. Let's do a light bit of lumberjacking. There you go. And a bit over there. Tonk. Right. So I'm gonna need way more gun turrets, I think. And I will likely... I haven't seen how you can use trains, but I am aware that there are now things called train interrupts. No idea how to use them. Or really how they are going to change things. But from what I can understand, train interrupts allow a train to inject stops into its schedule based on certain criteria that it's monitoring as it's moving around. So this may be a huge deal. We will see. Oops. Interrupts are amazingly powerful. I haven't figured them out myself just yet, but I've seen them in use. Okay. I'm very, very excited to hear that. But I definitely want to set up gun turret production, I think. Let me just pop this down. Set you up for gun turrets. I need it above the gears assembly, which is there. Copper and iron are all I need. Alright. Then I should be able to set this up somewhere around here. Something like that should do. Copper and iron on one line and gears behind, I think, should be enough. What do you need the most of? Iron. So iron by itself, actually. Rightio. Why is that splitting again? No idea. No Scooby what I was doing there. So we will pretend like I didn't do it. Iron. And then copper and gears as well. This is actually going to work perfectly for me. It's going to be less perfect now, but still good. Just less. Actually, no. Let's move this around a little bit more. So, from here to... Okay, we're going to change this up a little bit. There we go. That will work. There we go. So these will have to come down a little bit, but not terribly much. So setting these up about here now. I think that should be good enough. Ah! Movie time. First one in is Oculus. Ta-ta for now. Oculus. Is that the one with the Oculum Infernum? You'll have to let me know, Bilal, when you get back. I want a lot of gun turrets. But I'm not sure how much they stack to, so we'll find out. Oh, they stack to at least 20. Probably more than that. It's a haunted mirror, Aavak. Okay. Probably not that one then. 50 stackers. Okay, yeah. 100 is probably enough. Probably. I should come back in a moment. But now we need the train bits. So, first and foremost, I'm going to grab 3 stacks. Well, actually, we're going to grab 4 stacks of rails. I'm going to grab 1 stack of stations. Going to grab a stack of rail signals. I love that it gives the sound effect that that thing will do. That's amazing. I absolutely adore it. Don't actually need these yet, but I'm going to take them just so I can see what I'm doing, like how I'm setting it up. And then both stacks of those. I think that's enough. Go and grab whatever gun turrets have currently been made. Also restock my grenades. Okay, 17 is not enough, but it'll do for now. Oh, walls. Walls is what I want. Walls and gates. And I've got room for 1 stack of gates. And then quite a few stacks of walls. Alright, good. Time for us to go. The belts are 1 short for one of the turret assemblers. Oh, you're quite right, yeah. Well caught there. Thank you very much, chat. Please stack. Oh, I see. Okay, fine. That's a little bit irritating. That it will not stack in my inventory, but will stack on the hotbar, making it very difficult for me to find out which one it was. Unless, oh, you know what? I should have checked. In fact, I'm going to check. Give me just a second. Can I? Is there a way that I can force aim at stuff? How do I force attack? I guess a grenade. Sure. Oh, C for combat. Okay. C. Nope, it's not working for me. Nope. Yeah, C in space is not doing anything. Shift space. There we go. Thank you very much, chat. Right, I want to see. Will this place down the broken one first? No, it will not. Will it put it down the broken one last, which is not great, but alright. Well, we for scienced it. I would actually like it. I mean, in a combat situation, you wouldn't want to put the broken one down first. You want to put down the perfect ones first. But in a trying to sort out my inventory situation, I want the broken ones down first. So, oh well. I guess it would be a little bit too hard for the game to contextually, to work out what the context of the situation was for those two. I know I could just drag it, by the way. I just like doing it like this. Once I'm at the point where blueprints are easy enough for me to set up, this won't be as arduous for me to do, just for the sake of making it look pretty. But right now, we're just going to have to suffer with the inefficiency. we go. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. These ones will be by far the more productive lines, but whatevs. And down here as well. I should have picked up way more of these. And these ones as well. Now I'm going to need to move that one around a little bit. Don't pretend you don't run up the down escalator. I won't believe you. There we go. This is anything but, you know what, why don't I go to the effort of make a proper belt balancer? Pure laziness right there. You know what, I can't for the life of me remember. It's been that long. I'm going to need to go and get the components, though. I need some more. Has it been an 11-hour stream? Oh, yeah, it has. That caught me off guard, to be honest. Didn't realize. Right, let's go and grab these. Gonna need moderate amount. Yeah, I really love the Cosmotea videos. Glad to find you live for Factorio Space Age. Oh, thank you very much, Lag. Time for me to go to bed. Tomorrow is another day. See you, Aavak. Great stream. Oh, thank you very much. You take care. Have a great sleep. Now, I think it might be this, but I can't remember. I think this is the correct way to set up a falling belt balancer. Okay. Close. Just missing the first center splitter right after the first two side splitters. Close. Just missing the first center splitter right after the first two side splitters. So that would be here then. And then it goes into this, I take it? Okay. Thank you very much for the help, by the way, chat. Oops. Is this correct? So far? So far correct, okay. So, like this? Would this be the right way? I don't know why, but that seems so much larger than I remember it. Okay. But if that's the way to do it, then that is the way to do it. Don't need the splitter in the middle, 2 lanes on the exit. That might be why it feels much larger. I was thinking, because it's basically redoing that job again. Ah, it's not fully symmetrical. That's why. That's why it breaks my brain. Why do you break my brain? Right. Alright. So, we can now set up... I'm going to pop these onto my hotbar rather than these stations. Oh, there are more... lot more things going on here now, but let's just anchor this, draw it out. All the way down here, something like that. Just so that I can work the rest of this. So, I want to use the station to see where the carriage is going to be. Now, what's your preferred locomotive to carriage setup, chat? Could go big trains, yeah. 1-4 or 2-8 for me, says Brackstar. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-4, says Wolf. 1-3 or 2-5? I think 1 loco to 2 rolling stock is still optimal. Big trains are cool trains, so like 2-8 is cool. Oh, that's another thing. Are the trains able to... it has been so long. Are the trains able to flip orientation? Or is there a setting that makes it so that they can't simply reverse? Like, as in reverse heading completely? No, they can't reverse. They can't flip orientations. You need to make full loops. Proper loops. Okay, cool. Yeah, if I actually prefer that. I prefer that because the reason I was asking is because I've been playing a bit of Open Transportation 2 Tycoon recently, and although the trains can reverse, you've got settings that you can disable it, or you can just choose never to build a train track which has the train simply magically turn around in the station. So, if we wanted this to be able to simply reverse, we'd need to make it a double-headed. Well, not... yeah, no, I think the term is double-headed, isn't it? Where that doesn't mean simply 2 locomotives both pointing in the same direction, then carriages, but rather 1 locomotive pointing in forward and then a couple of carriages and another locomotive pointing backwards. So, you know, depending on which direction you want to go, depends on which engine is doing the pulling. I think I will simply do... Should we go big trains? I'm not sure that this is big enough to matter, but let's go big trains. I think chat would prefer big trains. Maybe I am wrong. Maybe... But we will do big trains. Problem is I haven't got enough cargo wagons. Because I was not planning on big trains. Yeah, the double head adds extra weight. Yep. It's basically you're trading the speed of your train, and thus the amount it's going to be carrying around, for easier setup of the stations themselves, or being able to build the stations into a much tighter area. I think it's a reasonable trade-off as well. It's fair to consider it. Personally, I like loops. But there are some times where I might make an exception and have a double-headed. Quite often my bullet train, like I'll have a fuel and ammo resupply train. Then, my main trains are like, they've got 2 locomotives and a bunch of wagons. Or they're really small, and 1 locomotive and there's 2 wagons, and I only use small trains. But whenever I'm using larger trains, I will still quite often, whereas the larger trains need to go a big loop and go and come back around, I'll quite often have smaller kind of resupply trains that are just double-headed that nip around. Yeah, for very large bases, loops are costly. Yeah, no, absolutely. But they are gorgeous. Everyone loves loops. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's think of a naming convention. Cliff Richardson. No. This station shall be called Iron Mine. And I would like to add rich text. So... Or... Actually, I could just purely do rich text, I guess. Oh, since pickaxes aren't an object anymore, they're just a tech. Would I be able to find that still? Pick. No. Axe. No. Super sadness. I could just have mine pickup. Or iron pickup, for example. That would work. Cliff Richardson didn't pay the dapper ducats for naming game, I guess. Very true. Purely rich text is better for the map. I imagine it is, yeah. But I'm not really sure what I would use for the actual pickup or drop off. I guess I could just have load or unload, so L or U. Or I guess I could go with these. A requester versus a provider chest. Huh. Hadn't really thought about that, but that would work. I hadn't thought about that, but that actually would work. Are they different enough for me to be able to easily see, though? I think they might be. Yeah, we could go with that. So, iron ore provider, though. Let me sort that a little bit better. So, all provider chests or all pickup stations. And then the thing that you're picking up from them. Nope, looking everywhere, but not the right place. Over and over and over again. Like a Muppet. Ah, there we go. Thunk. Yeah, that'll do. Apply change. Color, I guess should be more of a rusty sort of color. So actually more of a green than a... Wait. I mean, it's not like the iron ore in the game is actually the rusty color it should be. It's more like it's taking a leaf out of Rimworld's book. It's like, ha! We shall mine compacted steel. All right, I'll go with more of a blue because of that. Somewhere in here is the right sort of blue. Somewhere around there, maybe. Maybe a little bit more pale. Yeah, that'll do. In the signal categories, there are now arrows you can use down for quests or up for supply or similar. Oh, right. Yeah, that's actually quite cool. Sure. Priority. Higher priority train stop will be served first. 0 is the lowest priority. Okay, I'm not going to change that. Enable train limit. I guess 1 train can be requested. Actually, can I change that? Yeah, I can probably change that programmatically, which is definitely what I would want to do. All right, that should be good enough. Now then, not got enough iron chests. Wait, oh no, is this where I'm gonna have to not use iron chests? 3, 4. Okay. It's 20. No! Why would you do this? You can do technology steel axe. Oh, that's quite cool. Thank you very much for checking that for me, Braxter. Okay, so we're going to want not to be carrying all of this gubbins first and foremost. Following that, we're gonna need, to be honest, steel chest. Ugh. Here we are, needing to make steel chests. Disgusting. Truly the worst of days. How are we doing for pollution? Pollution is still okay, actually. I'm going to need a hefty amount of inserters, though, and I'm going to want largely fast inserters for this. We're going to need combinators, too. We'll worry about that when we get there. Alright, how are we going to set these up then? It could load from each side, or I could load just from a single side. Each side would allow me to empty them way faster. Yeah. I have run out of iron. Steel, rather. Right now, splitting them is already a pain in the backside. But actually, it's not that much of an issue, I suppose. Since I can easily enough just use combinators to make sure they're loading evenly. Yeah, that won't be too much of a problem. Why steel chests? Because steel chests can hold more than one train wagon's worth of cargo. Iron chests can't hold a full train wagon's worth of cargo. It makes me sad, but it is the world that we live in. Actually, I'll flip these around. Actually, I'll probably need them to go from a bit further up. Can they reach that far? They can, thank goodness. So I'm going to want the power poles to go in those spots. Okay, I'm going to need to go and grab some more steel. This is far more train than we need for this stop. Like, it's not going to be loading very often. Just putting that out there. But maybe the train can service several stops. So, you know, that's the trade-off there. Is it a best chunk size to absolute align a train blueprint in Space Age? Oh, I wouldn't know. That is a question for someone more knowledgeable than me. Is anyone in chat able to answer just okay viewers' question there about best chunk sizes to absolute align rail blueprints to? Like, I understand what the question is, I just do not know the answer. That should be good enough. Massive train for 5-minute trip to at best. Oh yeah, pretty much. But I mean, it's future proofing, and that's kind of the something that we need to do here. Is if I want big trains in the future, I have to set up 4 big trains now. Otherwise, I'm just going to run headfirst into problems updating my network later. Build for the trains you want, chat, not the trains you have. Actually, what we want to do here is set up a blueprint of the... okay, you kind of want to blueprint this whole section in one go. That way, the combinator setup you use can easily be replicated. At least I think that's the way we want to do it. Actually, no, we can make this work like so. Yep. Right, that works. Now we're going to want a combinator that will be set with the amount of chests, and will simply we'll average the amount of contents of the chest, and we'll activate or deactivate the inserters based on that content. So I think we will need a arithmetic combinator to tally up the total contents. And yeah, let's make one of those first. Where are we? There we are. Oh, I like the little ding. No, you can just chain. No arithmetic needed, says Fenrir Zero. Oh? All containers you connect with a wire are counted together. Yeah, but what I was going to do is I was going to multiply it by -1 to give me a negative number, and then if you're doing a straight sum, then you don't need arithmetic. Chaining will sum the inputs. Yeah, no, I'm not looking to sum, just use the sum. Effectively, what I was going to do is I was going to chain them all together. That would give me the sum. Pass that through an arithmetic combinator, which would multiply it by -1. Sorry, divided by the number of chests. So then I have the average of what is in each chest, or what the average should be, based on the total amount of ore that's currently stored, divided by the number of chests that it's stored across, gives me the average chest contents. Multiply that by -1 gives me a negative number, and then that gets passed to the inserters on a different signal color. So the inserters will be connected to the chest on, say, red. And it's been ages since I've set this up, so I'm trying to walk through it in my head. All the chests are like, for example, on green, pass through to this. This then goes out on green to all of the inserters. The inserters are connected to the chest with red. The inserter will sum the two values together. So the inserter will both see how much ore is actually in the chest and will be receiving a negative value of what the average ore is. And so it will only be active if it can see a negative number. Because if it can see a positive number, it means that what it's looking at inside the chest is more than the average. It took me a few seconds to visualize how the circuit needed to be to avoid data contamination. But yeah, I think it's like, for example, green linking all of the chests to two arithmetic combinations, one dividing by the number of chests, one then multiplying by -1 to give you the negative. Then that signal gets passed to all of the inserters, and that in turn gives you and then the inserter needs a separate network to be able to look at the chest so that the two values are combining, but each inserter isn't combining its values, so on and so forth. Do you really need combinators now? You already have four-way balancer. Let each output fill 2 wagons. I mean, you're not terribly wrong, but it's still going to be feeding through on these chests are going to get the lion's share of it. So if I want this to call a train as soon as it's got 1 train worth of full inventory, I mean, I'm not sure if this is necessary. It is the short and sweet answer to your question, but I'm not sure it would hurt either. Because as it stands, this would peel off the lion's share, whereas this one would get the least amount. So, and that would be true of this entire row here, would get the least amount. So this carriage would be fed much slower than this carriage would. Braxa said, the point of this is to ensure each chest is filled evenly so that when a train comes to load, all inserters have work to do and the train is loaded as quickly as possible. Yeah. It's to maximize minimize the loading time. You could, of course, just have the train just sat there until it was fully loaded before it was allowed to leave, and that would work, but this area would get filled and this area, and depending on how frequently the trains are coming through and how you're calling the trains, there would be delays. Whereas this would try and minimize that, especially if we're going to have like one train that might be doing multiple jobs. I'm not entirely certain that that's going to be possible yet, but from what I understand of the interrupt, it may be. Let's go with green. Can that reach? It can. Right, so I want to take output whatever. It's been so long. Are signals the same as they used to be? Ooh. Oh, I see. Input from green. Follows the condition for each input signal individually to pass completely. A signal has to pass all conditions. Output every signal that passed all conditions. So that should be whatever signal, which will be iron ore in this case. Divide that by the constant of however many we set up here. In this case, we've got that is 6, 12, 24. 96. There we go. You can add a description. That's actually super cool. Output should be each. So whatever signal comes in gets divided by 96 and then sent back out. And just to see, well, actually I'd need power over here in order to test this thoroughly, but I probably should bring that over. We would want each multiplied by the constant of -1. Output, again, each. Actually, let me put that a different way. Be a bit more explicit. And then that needs to go out to each one individually. Now, hopefully this can reach. Can it reach? Yes, good. Yeah, and then we want red between them. But this has to just be between a single inserter and its companion chest. There we go. And then this should be enabled if if any of the input signals meet the condition, it will pass, or if all, I'll put it on all just to be sure, if this is negative, then it means that whatever's, actually, if it's equal to or less than or equal to. You don't want just less than, because that can create a stall situation. For example, the chest isn't full, but every chest has exactly the same amount of things in it, would mean that the sum would be 0. And so if it's only enabling if it's less than 0, then none of the inserters would pick anything up. And so the system would be stalled, even though there's room in the chest. So you want it less than or equal to 0. That will do. And then copy that. Loving the sounds in this now. The soundscape is so much richer than it used to be. Right. Currently, that shouldn't be sending out any real signal. Now, if you want, you can... Well, I guess this would tell me what the signal going out was. I don't know if you need to hook it up to a power pole for that or not. Do I want to hook this all the way across? I probably do, actually. Yeah, I'm going to just walk it. We will hook this up to a larger power pole. And then off we go. Actually, I could just do this. Right. Train limits are a better way of doing this. Disabling the stop can cause en route trains to repath and potentially cause jams. Yes. Yeah, you want to change the train limit. Ever since that's been added, just shutting down a stop is not the right way to... Well, I mean, I say the right way. You can play the game however you want. But it's probably not the best way. Let's put it that way. I'm just going to mine some iron ore so I can throw some into a chest. Rackstar says, I believe you want all for this one, in case the chest is empty. See, you might be right, because there is something about this. If all input signals meet the condition, it will pass. If it is true when there are no inputs. No, I think we want everything for this one. This one, if any of the input signals meet the condition, it will pass. It is false when there are no inputs. So if there's nothing in there and you use anything, it will output false. And I need it to output true. So everything is the one that we want. But yeah, that is a really, really important one to pay attention to. Is that they have different failure states. Everything will fail truthy, whereas anything will fail falsy. Right. Where is that? Throw that in there. No. Stop. I want to know what the signal is. Put a signal for... Well, actually, okay. So I'm going to need something that is way more than that. Right. Output signal is now 2. -2. That one should be disabled, but it should be the only one that's disabled. It is. Let's take that out. Let's pop it in. 1 in there. Oh, damn it. Stop. So, 1, is it disabled? No, because now it should be a negative number. Sorry, it should be 0 and that's allowed. But if I put that in there, it should disable it, which it has. Okay, works. Yep. Now then. What am I doing? There we go. Now I think what I want to do here is create a blueprint of these, just so that I've got the. I just want to use it right now. Is there a way to do that? There might be. The blueprint. Get rid of these. But now the thing that I wanted there is that the wiring is in the right place. Though I will have to remove the wiring across these two and hook those up a little bit differently, but that's a small consideration. In fact, the wiring has already connected via these ones, which is perfect. Saves me a lot of effort having to wire them individually and copy over settings. I need to go and get a load more of those. No! Don't jump out of a moving car, chat. The ejector seat is not the brake. Well. I'm trying hard not to play, but if I do, I'm gone for a month. Yeah, it's gonna be like that. Pete the Salty Baguette. G2, tuck and roll. Yes. I'll add in some lights as well to make this look extra pretty. Maybe in the middle on everyone, but alternating. There we go. Beautiful. I do still need to wire these a little bit different, but I'll get to that in just a second. By the way, our power network is not able to handle this. Like, the moment we connect up all those mines, I'm fairly certain we have brownouts. Right, so we want green wires between this one and this one. And because these are connected in these cells, I only need to bridge these two at the bottom. That takes care of everything. All right. Now, if I want to connect these two up, I can do it like this, or I can use these, which may be a bit better. What's my power like? Impressively managing. Okay. Now we should see that right now there's not a lot being... I can barely see the signal. Oh, they're automatically unloading, of course. Oh, there's another way you can sort this out, but in this particular instance, they're just going to unload the whole thing. So what I could do is I could tell them not to unload unless there is a train being broadcast. Which might not be a terrible idea.